Aló, 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 aló. ¿Cómo estás? Mucho bien. ¿Tiene mucho dinero? Yo no tengo mucho tiempo para gastar todo ese dinero. Yeah, boy. My Spanish is coming along, to be honest. Some might say, ooh, copyright. Copyright, copyright. We're not about the copyright. Copyright infringement. A little bit. Ooh, there we go. Am I coughing too much? I'm breathing too heavily like a fat fuck, man. Ooh, what I do need to do is I need to tell people that I'm live. ¿Dónde están los teléfonos? There's no way I recorded too much. There we go. Well, that's Twitch. Come on. There we go, baby. Post my story. Is it possible to load a story on YouTube? Is that possible? Wow. Can you do stories on YouTube channel? Wow. There we go. That's the cookie crumbles. What, you know what? I already need to do a little break already. Hold on. I'll be right back. Already. Don't worry. I'll be right back. I already got things I gotta do. Already. If I get banned, I get banned. Who cares? Where? There we go, baby. There we go. Okay, interview. I'll be right back.
is fixed about this.
Нахуй. Модель называется так нахуй. Почему? Вот почему.
Ja, mit der Bodykugel?
I got to make it home, Joe. That boy gotta make it home, Joe.
Agora vai. Aí, quebrando o chifre.
Fica pra tropinha, fica lá,
I am so honored to be projected on the first
Dude.
Elite Fund.
Some of the favorite
That forehead,
triggers
man.
for majority of people are clipping of scissors. A lot of people like the sounds of hair being brushed or voices.
Man, that's a good
This
voice.
is absurd behavior. Mr. Chief, face the camera.
Hmm.
Oh,
Face it.
look at that.
Oh, I look at how you spelled that.
Use this. Get that off my wall.
Or else. Oh. You didn't. You weren't enough. Well. Ooh, pussy baddie. Ooh. Ooh, my god. Bruh. Too much. Too much sauce.
Look around one side. Do this last hook. So now you're gonna go to that. Really stretch it all the way over here. Take this homemade pasta and pour it right into.
My broski, first day of school, kickers loaded, everything ready. Yeah. Yes, ever are getting smaller and smaller.
Is that the same guy who did the soccer one?
That's why I fucked your bitch.
What you trying to do? Yeah. Dang. Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh. Where is this? Looks like the UK, mate. La pizza. Oh. Oh, sus. Mm.
Take them off.
Bruh.
Oh, good
Oh.
take.
Oh. Oh. What a cool guy. Wish that guy was my dad.
И ты нахуй, блядь, ёбаный в рот, сука. Душим, блядь. Сука.
Man. How? How do you nuke so fast?
Nana, do you want an Adderall to help you make the mashed potatoes? No.
Oh, she went. Oh. She went, oh. Miss.
Bro, no way. They're making a mob grinder.
Oh, true. Is that a bird? Bunder's Machine. Oh, the boy got the moose. Yeah.
1,000 men throwing a baseball. The woman will throw faster. Then out of those 1,000 men, this is in the book The Sports Chain, the woman will throw faster than 2 of those men out of 1,000.
My daughter loves bananas.
I want to say Paul McCartney called us shit knot.
I don't know, because I don't really fucking care.
I like that. Go that bear. Bear go burr. Bear do go burr. Bruh. Let's get some. Let's get some. Let's get some. Blood Wigs music. No. Ding ding. Is that really his official? No, I don't want his official playlist though. I want his music. Give me 1 second. We got Ludwig. Summon. Text message. It's corn. Nah. Wait. My God, I hate that song. This is the one that kind of slaps a little bit. That one. This one goes hard. Dude, speaking on that, what's going hard?
Kanye just exposed himself for being as soft.
Let's see what's going on in the news today.
Kanye just exposed himself for being as soft as he is bigoted. Police in San Francisco just want to be allowed to kill people with robots, and Iran allegedly threatened the families of their soccer players ahead of today's match. We're going to be talking about all that and more on today's show, so buckle up, hit that
That was
like
kinda
button,
heavy.
and let's just jump into it. Starting with Kanye West not feeling his Kanye best right now. And don't get confused by that sentence. You shouldn't feel bad for Ye right now. Everything that's happening to him right now is a bigoted self-own. This man, I don't think, has ever seen a bridge that he didn't want to burn and then also blame on the Jews somehow. But hey, let's slosh our way through this sloppy mess of a story together. So this most recent situation stemmed from Kanye and white supremacist Nick Fuentes making headlines for dining with Donald Trump, which was so bad that in addition to some Republicans, you even had Mike Pence condemning the move, which is really saying something because Mike Pence didn't even say,
hey, that wasn't cool about you trying to get people to lynch me.
For months. But the general reaction from
That's
most,
kinda weird.
including those on the right was, why the fuck would you meet with people that are openly being anti-Semitic? With Trump responding saying he didn't know Fuentes was coming, but also not using such harsh language to accidentally offend part of his base. With the situation not stopping Kanye and Nick, and if anything, fueling them to make the rounds elsewhere. With him yesterday being joined by Milo Yiannopoulos on Tim Pool's podcast. And on the podcast, he's essentially being who he's been since he went DEFCON 3. And I'm not going to give unnecessary airtime to the other bullshit that he said in this, but this ultimately gets to a point where Ye said they were trying to put him in jail, seemingly referring to Jewish people as they and referencing the anti-Semitic conspiracy that Jews control the media, to which Tim says,
I think they've been extremely unfair to you.
Who was they, though? We can't say who they is,
corporate
can we?
press. I'm not using I don't use the word as the way I guess you guys use. I'm talking
It is
about
them, though, isn't it? I mean, because
No.
because when you think about it, consider it. In 2018,
What do you mean it's not?
What do I mean? Like, okay, so how about? Are you leaving?
So he bounces, and Tim goes on to say,
Bruh. That was too heavy. Wrong space. There we go.
He's gonna come in here and say, here's my pain, here's my suffering. I'm gonna say, I hear you. And then he's gonna say, and it was Jewish people. And I'm gonna be like, okay, but don't you consider it's like, I'm not gonna do this. I
gotta go,
refuse. What do I even do? Other than ask him, please elaborate on this. Are you referring to individuals, or are you quite literally blaming an entire group of people for the fact that powerful individuals are causing you harm?
and all of this is happening as Nick and Milo follow Ye offset. Tim then going on to further discuss Kanye's unwillingness to have a conversation about all this.
I don't like identitarianism. I've never been a fan of people who've blamed everyone else for their problems. In Ye's circumstance, they're coming after him. They're trying to take away his stuff. They're threatening him with institutionalization, and I understand all of that. It's unfortunate that he's internalized this problem to it is a specific ethnic and religious background that's doing it.
And with this, there were two massively different sets of reactions. I was watching it live, and you can also see it in the replay. The chat got filled with Tim Pool saying Tim Pool failed, he dropped the bag, he scared off Ye, pushed too hard. But then on the other side, you had people just absolutely shocked that it took so damn little for Ye to leave. With people like Hassan Piker saying Nick Fuentes and Ye couldn't hold back their anti-Semitism for a second and forced him to push back lightly, causing Kanye to leave abruptly. And with that, a ton of people saying, how the fuck do Kanye 2024 people think he's going to handle a debate stage when he ran from a Tim Pool podcast because Tim wasn't being anti-Semitic enough? And this was the most favorable environment you could have possibly asked for. You even had Tim later going on to talk about how wild it is that he couldn't even have a small conversation about this with him. Also going on to say, was this pre-planned? Is this part of Milo Yiannopoulos' revenge? But here's all I'll say. If you are someone that thinks that Tim Pool was going in hard on Kanye West, what is fucking wrong with your brain? Kanye West got KO'd by someone using kid gloves. And it genuinely has me questioning how much lead is in the water supply, because there are a decent chunk of people that saw that interview and they're like, Tim Pool is a secret leftist operative. It's truly mind-blowing. And then Black Friday was a bust until it wasn't. Right, in yesterday's show, which, by the way, there was a show yesterday. YouTube ended up suppressing it, I think, because we covered that Balenciaga story. So some of you
I
didn't
remember
see
that.
it. But we talked about how
Balenciaga was
retail
kinda weird with those
struggling,
weirdos.
didn't have huge crowds. It was like a slightly busy shopping day. But we're now getting the news that Black Friday sales broke records online, which as of today is exactly what we saw over at beautifulbastard.com, where, by the way, you have about 36 hours or less if you want to get in on this.
Don't care.
And then, have you forgiven Will Smith? That is the question at the center of this story. Right back in March, which, by the way, why does it feel like 7 years ago, Will Smith smacked Chris Rock at the Oscars? It was a massive story. Everyone chiming in. Will Smith kind of retreating from the spotlight. With Will eventually coming back with an apology video, and now he is tasked with promoting his first big film since the incident. It's called Emancipation. It's an Apple TV Plus film. It's going to have a limited theatrical release. And so with him now doing promo for the film, it's also kind of turned into a continued apology circuit.
That was a horrific night, as you can imagine. I was going through something that night, and
it's called
not that
you got
justifies my behavior.
pussy
at
whipped.
all.
And that's
I
what
guess the
happened.
thing that was most painful.
And the worst part about the slap that I don't understand, his wife didn't have his back. Not that she needed defending, but when he tried, she just like nah, I didn't need that. I'm like, bro, you just look dumb. He had no one on his side except for like what, his son. Which is sad.
For me,
you know what I'm saying?
Is I took my hard and made it hard for other people. You know,
Right.
and it's like I understood the idea when they say hurt people hurt people.
Yeah. With him going on to talk about when he was a little boy, he watched his father beat up his mother, which, like I said, when this incident happened all the way back then, I had read his book. Like, his whole life was feeling like he failed the women he cared about. And at one point in this, you had Trevor Noah saying he believes Will Smith just made an honest mistake, the audience clapping, seemingly agreeing. And following this, depending on where you go on social media, drastically different reactions. Some in the camp of, no, fuck him, he doesn't actually care, this is just about his career. Others saying, no, it seems like a genuine apology, that he's trying to grow from it. Also, people saying, you know, he has nothing to apologize for. And personally, I'm of the mindset of that whole slap situation. Unless you're Chris Rock, you're Will Smith, or you're the Oscars, I don't know why you're still, like, caring about it at all. Is what Will Smith did then wrong? Yes, been saying that since the beginning. But should he be forced to grovel to the extent that it feels like people want him to?
Yes.
No. Which is why I agree with certain comments that say tons of people in Hollywood have done far worse and get welcomed back in good graces without an apology. Meanwhile, Will Smith is being treated as the poster child for shame, repeatedly begging for forgiveness. And actually, regarding Chris Rock, I recently went to a show of his, and in no way does it seem like he's like, that guy shouldn't have a career now. I mean, he popped off some funny jokes about Will Smith, which I think he gets to do since Will Smith popped him. And if anything, I think this situation is just like further confirmation that for a lot of people, it's not really about someone apologizing or trying to become a better person. It's about people feeling like they have the power to make someone that's that big, that's that successful fucking weak. It's more about getting a pound of flesh from someone that seemed untouchable. But hey, that's a story, one fuckface's opinion, and I'll pass the question off to you. What's yours? And then the stock market looks wild right now. The S&P 500 is down 17%. Even Apple is down 20%. And that's actually one reason why private investing, which is normally not something regular folks have access to, is so interesting. In fact, US VC fundraising has already set a new annual high of $150 billion this year. Wealthy investors back early stage companies to discover Tesla and Apple before they become billion-dollar companies. And historically, only accredited investors with a few exceptions have had access to these investments, which means you have to make $200K plus a year for at least 2 years or have a net worth of $1 million. Right? Limited access is one way the wealthy stay wealthy. But thanks to today's sponsor, Republic, that changes. Republic makes it possible for everyone to invest in startups. Their team of investment professionals curate private investment opportunities with high growth potential so we can invest alongside notable VCs. From pitch decks, SEC documents, to social media and press and company updates, you can see everything about the company in one place. You can also invest in art, music, video games, and projects.
Bruh, why am I showing this at? Is there anything actually interesting out there? No, everything. Listen to the Banger Gun. I'm sorry. It was good. It's only good for 2 seconds. After that, you kind of gets a little too heavy. What do I do? What is this? Did he really? Oh my goodness. No. Let's do. Let's see if this count as copyright. I do wonder. We're good right now. No copyright infringement here yet. Dude, I love music like this. You can't tell me this song doesn't just smack, it hits you in the feels. It just makes you want to make cinematic masterpiece, doesn't it? Bruh, like, to be honest, I'm just vibing right now. Sometimes music just gets you. Ooh. This caught my attention here.
This episode of Death Battle
We're doing
is sponsored
Deku with
by
Asta?
Mobile and BetterHelp. Deku, My Hero Academia.
Ooh, let me show people what actually was going on. Skip that.
Deku, My Hero Academia's super student straight out of UA High. Asta, the anti-magical ass kicker from Black Clover. Though you may be born bereft of the same gifts as your peers, there is nothing stopping you from achieving your dreams. As long as you're a fictional character in a fantasy world. I mean, as long as you've got your friends by your side, you'll pack a hell of a punch.
Would
He's
you?
Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Izuku Midoriya wanted only one thing from life. To be a beacon of hope, just like his idol, the #1 ranked superhero in Japan, All Might. Too bad he was born a freak with no powers. You heard right. This is like a reverse X-Men thing where 80% of the population gets red superpowers, or quirks as they're called, while the remaining fifth are stuck as basic bitches, or as his spiky-haired bully Bakugo called him, Deku. That's a pun on the Japanese word dekunobu, meaning good for nothing. Persevering despite his basic bitchedness, Midoriya got the chance to prove his quirkless heroic mettle against this giant sludge monster, much to the surprise of one particular almighty
He's only 5'5"?
onlooker. His body secretly decaying from a horrific injury, All Might needed to find the one who would inherit his all-powerful quirk. And All Might didn't want just anybody. The hero world was filled with glory seekers in it for fame and money. All Might wanted someone whose body moved on its own to save someone. He saw exactly that in young Midoriya, and gave him one of the most powerful quirks in the world, One for All. That was the problem. Even after bulking up from lad to Chad, the recoil from even one punch would shatter all the bones in his arm. So he trained to be able to handle his gift at the superhero school of his dreams, UA High. And that's when he decided to own the name used as a cudgel against him for so many years. Turns out, Deku can also be an abbreviation for Dekiru, someone who can do anything.
Wow.
Exactly the opposite of Dekunobu. One for All allows Deku to release absolutely absurd amounts of strength from different parts of his body, with super moves named after US cities and states. Deku still can't access all of his power safely though. Using 100% will quickly destroy his body, which is why he learned to distribute his strength evenly across his body, a technique known as full cowling. This lets him increase his speed and durability as well, making him more all-rounded, and shifting focus to his own interpretation of One for All inspired by his pal Ida, Shoot Style, where he pulls out a Glock and blows your brains out. Okay, not really, but in keeping with One for All's rabbit theme, he trades All Might's signature punches for kicks. My version's better. You ever seen Rabbit vs. Gun? I have, and I know how it plays out. Considering the much higher muscle mass of a human's legs, Shoot Style allowed Deku to output even more power while giving his arms a break. A break from a break. And despite being a classic melee build, Deku can fight at range by punching powerful gusts of air, and even precisely aim them with specially designed gloves.
Deku has an encyclopedic knowledge of quirks and is always analyzing their strengths and weaknesses mid-battle, even if he does sound a little weird.
Despite only barely getting accepted in the first place, Deku quickly became one of Class 1A's most dependable fighters.
Right now, I'm wondering, are they gonna use manga Deku or anime Deku? Cause this, the way they're talking is getting me a little. I'm a little confused. I think they're only talking about Deku in the anime, but not even updated anime. Maybe a little later. Hold on.
Yeah, somehow these students are constantly getting drafted into literal wars against murderous supervillains.
Midoriya's successes in battle against ruthless criminals like Stain, Muscular, and Overhaul came much to his old bully's chagrin. Where Bakugo was a child prodigy, he now found himself overshadowed by his hard-working rival, and the two would use their mutual respect and animosity to motivate each other to get stronger.
Classic frenemies. They're only solving their problems by pounding the living tar out of each other.
Luckily for him, Deku soon learned that living tar pounding wasn't the only thing he could do.
I'm
Turns
wondering.
out, One for All did not originate with All Might. It had been passed down 8 times
Okay,
until
okay.
it arrived at Deku, with each inheritance also carrying the previous user's natural
Okay,
quirk
okay.
as well.
They're mentioning that. Okay, cool, cool.
Lets him manifest
Cool,
crazy
cool.
long and strong energy tendrils to tie enemies up and swing around
Because if they didn't mention that, then I'll be like, hey man, what's going on?
And Danger Sense, which gives him a minor reactive precognition.
AKA, he's Spider-Man.
Man, yeah.
Not even a reach. The mangaka is like the biggest Spidey fan ever.
He can also produce a smoke screen to mask his presence, float in midair, or store up kinetic energy over time with Fa Jin. Oh.
Yeah, yep, okay.
Like that. By storing up enough, he can even match All Might's max power without any recoil to boot. Strong enough to change the weather and create city block-sized tornadoes with a single punch.
And he's even stronger with his newest quirk, Gear Shift, which allows him to
Yep.
increase the speed of an object anytime he touches it.
Yep.
In conjunction with the power of All for One, he can use this to warp reality itself. Deku can go toe-to-toe with arch-villains like Shigaraki, who's fast enough to react to and catch laser beams with his bare hands.
But nothing could prepare him for All Might's archenemy, the shadowy leader of the League of Villains, All for One.
All Might only ever showed his young pupil kindness and support, but that couldn't change the absolutely crushing pressure Deku felt at every moment.
Even classically trained dickhead Bakugo came to help his teammate out when he needed it. Like when they teamed up to share One for All and punch an island-sized hole in the clouds 24 miles high.
Just goes to show that even One for All isn't a one-man army. Deku's true strength comes from his teamwork between himself and his friends.
And with their help, Deku will surely become that beacon of hope he dreamt about as a child.
One hero for all mankind.
Who knows?
This episode is sponsored
Who
by Mint
knows?
Mobile.
This holiday season, the best deal in wireless can only be found at Mint Mobile.
Right now, when you switch to Mint Mobile and buy any 3, Mana is the source of all
There we go.
magic. A supernatural energy found in the air and in living beings. Except living beings whose names are Asta.
Not only was the young Asta an orphan abandoned by his...
My thing is, this might be a bad matchup because think about this. Asta is only really good in the universe because he's anti-magic in the world full of magic. Quirks, in my opinion, quirks do not count as magic because quirks are a natural part of your being. So like, it's just a part of, it's an extension of yourself. So like, how would Asta really? What would his magic negating abilities do to someone with a quirk? You know what I'm saying?
With a mutation that prevents him from having any mana to speak of. Well, neither do I, and you don't hear me crying about it.
Yes, you do, all of the time. But Asta had a dream. Despite his lack of magic, he and his best friend Yuno promised each other one of them would rise to the throne of the greatest military position in the land, the Wizard King.
Yeah.
Wizard King? Really, guys? Sometimes they call it Magic Emperor, but we all know what they mean.
So he dedicated himself to getting swole as all hell. In a world of nerds, he would be its lone jock god, shoving every last wizard into a locker until they crowned him king.
But huge, frightening pectorals and a tiny, screaming goblin child weren't enough on its own. He needed something powerful enough to shut down his opponent's magic.
he needed the 5-leaf clover grimoire.
Essentially a book of spells, a grimoire will choose its user and float beside their wielder at all times.
And Asta was lucky enough to receive the Uno Reverse card of grimoires. The 5-leaf clover can harness the power of anti-magic, which will literally nullify the effects of other magic spells. Almost like wizard kryptonite. Let the locker stuffing commence! Haha, get nerds!
It wasn't long before Asta was accepted into one of the 9 squads of Clover Kingdom's Magic Knights, the Black Bulls, filled with lazy drunkards, antisocial otakus, and literal sociopaths.
My kind of people! Yep, mostly. But much like with Asta, you shouldn't judge a grimoire by its cover. And soon they were all working together and kicking ass like a family should.
Asta harnesses the power of anti-magic by summoning swords imbued with it from the grimoire. Normally, these swords would quickly drain the mana from anyone foolish enough to wield them, but Asta does not have any mana, turning his greatest weakness into a one-of-a-kind strength.
He's got his classic Demon Slayer, an enormous greatsword which cuts through spells with its edge and deflects them with its flat. Or the Demon Dweller, which can also absorb and copy magic, then toss it right back to sender.
I think my personal favorite is the more complex Demon Destroyer, which severs the relationship between a spell's cause and effect, countering the effects of its magic. This could result in anything from healing a village that was inflicted with poison to preventing reincarnation.
Yeah, okay, some of these can get a little heady. I
Yeah,
personally
they're
prefer
gonna look
keeping
up.
it simple, like using anti-magic telekinesis to surf on your sword through the sky.
It's worth noting that these swords are made specifically for countering magical attacks and sources of mana. The swords will act as though blunted when striking non-magical foes, more akin to giant clubs than actual blades. Not entirely inconsistent with real-life greatswords.
But none of that's even close to as cool as his deadliest sword, the Demon Slasher, a katana as black as the pits of hell and twice as badass.
This one actually does cut like a sword, but it's complicated. It lets Asta actually select what he does and does not want to cut, only affecting his target while leaving anything else unharmed.
Okay, at this point, isn't that just magic?
Magic with a loophole.
And he studied the blade long enough to become a master swordsman to boot. Not in the real-life sense, in the anime sense.
He can spin himself like a tornado to deflect magic spells, thrust forward at top speed like a charging bull, launch a barrage of anti-magic projectiles, and even channel anti-magic into his swords to vastly increase their size.
Well, while he may be no good with mana, he has learned to detect ki. Because, of course,
the life force existing in all things. Asta can detect hidden opponents and even predict their movements ahead of time, as long as he's fast enough to react.
With such crazy powers, Asta was taking on threats like the Eye of the Midnight Sun, the Devil Zagrid, and the Dark Triad. So many nerds, never enough lockers. Too bad for Asta, though. He had one serious inner demon.
Literally, housed within the 5-leaf clover grimoire was Liba, a demon exiled from hell for completely lacking magical powers, and who just so happened to get adopted by Asta's mother.
Until he got possessed by a different demon and killed her. Vowing vengeance on all demon kind, Liba manifested anti-magic from his hatred as a way to kick their asses.
No, I forgot about that.
Him and Asta a lot of common ground, despite the whole, mom murder thing.
In fact, the two became true brothers and formed an unstoppable duo. Liba can actually fully merge with Asta for a massive power boost that lasts up to 5 minutes, at the cost of leaving Asta nearly powerless for the next half hour.
Come on, I want it. Yeah, I'll take it if I get to be strong enough to slice buildings to pieces, obliterate huge chunks of earth, and tear the most powerful demons apart. Give me the goddamn book.
I'm the book boy, okay?
I'm
Even
book boy.
characters earlier in the series, like Patoli, had magic capable of completely vaporizing the entire Clover Kingdom in a single attack. And demons that Asta has fought since then, like Dante and Lucifero, are leagues stronger.
Hell, screw all these demon forms and anti-magic powers. Asta's body is so incredibly well-trained, he dodged a beam of light while sleeping. As in, he was asleep, and the force of his sneeze pushed his head out of the way of a beam of light. Light speed sneezes, everyone.
And
that's true.
His headstrong and irritating personality,
aka screaming at the top of his lungs as often as possible.
Asta is an intelligent fighter who has leveraged his skill against far more experienced foes.
But he wouldn't be anywhere without the ragtag band of deviants he calls friends. With them at his side, there's no way he would
Okay.
online.
There we go. Too many sponsors.
Sword that big? He's gotta be crazy strong. I'm gonna have to rely on more than just my power to take him down.
Just gotta hit him really hard.
I don't see how Asta wins, to be honest. No idea how Asta wins.
Man, this guy can give even Luck a run for his money.
Aren't swords supposed to be sharp? His speed isn't slowed by his sword's weight at all. Gotta hamper his movements and get that book out of his hands. Huh? He found me!
Zoro.
Now it's my turn.
Wait, are you not using magic? What kind of magic emperor would I be if I can't beat a guy like this? Detroit Smash! Huh? Detroit Smash! Detroit Smash! I don't know what Detroit is, but I've had enough of it. I'm ending this quick! Hit me with all you've got, because I'm never going down!
No use not going all out anymore. I just gotta hit him really hard. You wanted my best? Here it is! 1,000,000,000%! Blood Ultra!
Yeah, Asta doesn't live that. Like, he really doesn't.
I did it.
What? What?
Take that, Detroit.
Really? Why? I'm not sure. Oh. Really?
Poor Deku. He tried his best, but Asta just shoved him into that great big locker in the sky.
Both Deku and Asta were fairly evenly matched melee fighters without any specific abilities to give one an easy edge over the other. Though, to be fair, the variety of quirks Deku inherited from past users of One For All did make him more versatile and unpredictable.
Plus, quirks are biological mutations, not connected to
Yeah.
some supernatural energy source like mana. So Asta's anti-magic powers were basically useless here.
And Deku was generally a smarter and more tactical fighter, but against Asta's incredible might, this time Brawn beat Brains.
Let's crunch some numbers!
Okay.
Deku's greatest feat of strength was splitting that enormous cloud formation with Bakugo.
By measuring the size of the island and comparing it to the clouds above, we can determine they dispersed over 63 trillion kilograms of water.
That's the weight of the Great Pyramid of Giza. 12,000 of them.
And required an energy of nearly 80 teratons of TNT per punch.
Let's compare that to Asta. But Toli's spell was going to be strong enough to vaporize a country the size of the Clover Kingdom.
We can use this map from the manga to estimate the size of Clover Kingdom to be about 500 kilometers in diameter, about half the length of Great Britain. Vaporizing a country of that size would require an energy of over 480 teratons of TNT, over 6 times greater than Deku's punch.
While Asta uses anti-magic, it isn't an automatic counter and needs to be comparable in strength to the spell it's combating. And Asta's gotten way stronger since.
Asta was also quicker. Sure, scaling to Shigaraki would give Deku roughly light speed reaction time.
But Asta could dodge light in his sleep, and that's his base form, even before transforming with Lipa to get way faster.
And since Deku and Asta's precognitive abilities more or less matched each other, it was only a matter
Not
of time
really.
before Asta simply overwhelmed him.
Especially since Deku has struggled in the past against faster opponents. Sure, Deku was smarter, but if he literally didn't have enough time to come up with a plan of attack before getting hammered, his brains were wasted.
Deku's tactical brilliance and harem-scarum tenacity definitely gave his opponent a run for his money, but Asta's raw power, blinding speed, and deadlier weaponry spelled the end for All Might's pupil.
Deku gave it his all, and I wish he had won. Hasta la vista.
The winner is Asta.
That's interesting. I wouldn't really necessarily give it to Asta, but hey man, to each their own. You know what I'm saying? Boom. There we go, Asta. Just for you. Gotcha, cool. Bro. Ooh. Do you want it to actually kind of be good? Me actually playing the game. What's a game that doesn't require me to actually start from the beginning? I'll show you guys that. Because that's my issue. I was like, man, this game would be so good for stream. But then I play it, and I'm like, man, I don't want to show like halfway. Dude, should I be a Warzone streamer? Should I do that? No. Ooh, I forgot about this. I even paid a whole year for this. Where's I need Steam sound? Bum, 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 bum. Does it count? Yeah, this is count. There we go. Literally, I haven't played this game in a while. There we go. Boom. Boom. Dun, 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 dun. Wait. Toyota. This gives me Latin America. This gives me South America. Someone said Brazil. To be honest, I was about to pick Brazil. V-Power Shell. But they're speaking English. Hold on. It's not Cuba. Dulce de leche. How's it not? It's when you don't know. Oh my goodness. Because okay, dulce de leche. So dulce de leche. That's like Argentina. There we go, baby. I was actually worried for a bit. This is another Spanish country. Oh my god. Hawaiian Express. Ooh. This is looking like Canada, to be honest. Never, maybe not. This looks Swedish. 100. Sweden. Norway. If it's ideal. Deretramist. Dude. Finland. Final answer. Where was it though? Can you tell me what it was? I kind of want to know what country this was. Someone said Canada. Dumbass. H&M. I just want to. Estonia. I was literally about to pick them. Literally. Look again. That just looks like Brazil. Definitely would have picked Brazil again. Chacabuca. Chacabuca. Sebastian. This is Chacabuca. Chacabuca. Sebastian. This is looking Turkish. This is looking Greek. This is where the white people are looking darker kind of area, you know what I'm saying? And also it kind of looks like Brazil, but like is that really? Lavadero. That could be Italian. Oh, Lavadero. Okay. I could be wrong. Oh my goodness. Like what? Lavadero. Bebidas. So it's for sure Spanish, these D. Argentina again? Dude, oh. Ooh. Dude, this. Damn it, if you know what Brazil looks like, it just looks like this. But if it's not Brazil. That guy looks black. So South Africa. Oof, that would honestly that would have been my guess. So it has to be tropical enough, but not tropical. So it has to be like a savanna area. Yep. This is ooh. So the question is this an African country that speaks a Latin-based language or not? That is always the question. Close to Savannah, but not Savannah. Oh my god. Mozambique. Well, that's stupid. I got it. I would say distance. There we go. When it's too much of the country, it's like too much. Get the actual country. No one knows the actual country. Oof. Alright, this song slaps. This is looking a little cold. Blue sign. Horses. This is looking a little European. Also could be Canada. But, man. I have a feeling that's like... Just read the bottom. 909. Finland. Okay. When the floor looks too wet, it's always Scandinavia. This is a Stan. This is a. This could be Uzbekistan. I'm 1,000 off. So 1,000 is like, it could be Turkey, could be Syria, could be Mongolia actually. Mongolia, man. I wasn't that off. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. This, oof. Jaja. Good. Get back there. Ooh. This is not Thailand because they use a different. Oh, I don't know what this is. Could it? Does Filipino use R the way that we write? Oh. You know, it doesn't make sense, but I'm closer. Cambodia. There's no way. That's dumb, I guess. It's so dumb. Duos. Let's go. Let's do some duels. Let's get back to silver. What is it? What is this? I need it. There we go. I'm very confident in this one. Like, I'm too confident. Man, I need to shut up. He didn't guess. Vacas, aka cows. What is the country with a lot of cows? Automatically, I think United States. I think Brazil. Man, this is like freaking Idaho, to be honest. Mountainous, but flat at the same time. Got some pine trees to the right, more cows. Like, you gotta give me something, my guy. Do you know, is there mountains in Australia? What a stupid question. This looks like the Caucasus Mountains. Flat range. This is Kyrgyzstan. I don't know if the roads are that nice in Kyrgyzstan, but like... Probably, man, dude. I didn't know on Auckland. Is it even Auckland? It's probably not Auckland. It is near Auckland. Saint Aegir Public School. Ooh, this police station. A lot of English. If it's a lot of English, but it's not English, it makes me think of Malaysia. But do these people look Malaysian? Oh my goodness, I'm stupid. India. Like, this guy's not gonna die because, like, why didn't I think of it? It's clearly India. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Put that down. Brazil. No, this looks like a country. Looks riddled by war. and I think I'm right. This could be. To be honest, I'm gonna do Russia close to Ukraine. The worst part, Las Vegas. Yeah, right. Not that bad, not that bad. Well, it's more inland Russia. I was right. War torn. We are back in the wet area. So let's just call this Sweden. When it looks too wet, it's just Sweden. This guy is gonna win. He's gonna lose at, like, in the 7th round because, like, he's not even trying. But the fact that my guesses are so bad, like, he's not even trying. He's just whiffing. This is not the UK. This could be French. I think this is French. Interphone. Telephony. Celular. I think this is Nate's. This is French. These looks like people who smell and don't. There we go. We take easy wins wherever you can go. Let's go back to silver. Now let's get a guy who actually plays the game. This is like Africa / Australia. I'm actually going towards, man. If I was a betting man, that's too. Is that beer cans? That could be Australia. But it's too Savannah looking, dude. Boom, dun, 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 dun. I think South Africa is good enough. It looks Savannah-y. Don't. One doe. Oh no. We can't play that song. One. Almost got DMCA there. Okay, this just looks like Latin America. Okay, cool. Dun, 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 dun. This kind of looks like Miami houses, but I know it's not Miami. This Puerto Rico. Like, it looks tropical. Like, oh my god. The problem is Latin houses just all look the same. Like, these people look like they live in Ireland and then they go to most of their family just lives in freaking Miami. Oh, this could be DR. This also could be DR. Man, I'm completely off. To be honest, man, I don't know what I'm talking about. I think this is Puerto Rico. I could be 1,000% wrong. This is gonna be just like Costa Rica, maybe. To be honest, I'm not confident in this one. Venezuela, Caracas, man. Man, this guy does not know what Latinos look like. We got the edge of him. Ooh, this is Europe, but spicy Europe. Maybe not. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Can you see the sign? Padre Miguel. Yep. This is. Dude, my Port. I think this is Spain. This is España. I was looking at Portugal and like I read and speak Portuguese, but I don't think this is. Padre Miguel. Social. It is Portugal. It was Portugal. Like I'm like, man, it's gonna. This looks like, oh my god, this looks like Vila Machuge. This is Portuguese. But is this This is Brazil. Get me, yeah. 100% this is Brazil. But where? What part of Brazil though? Ooh, that mountain. There's very little. We're looking about how underdeveloped it is. That's what we need to know. 100% Brazil. Gross Fox. But Cowboys. It could be Gaúcho. It could be Gaúcho. That me? No, that's him. Where was he? Villa. Man, I feel like I know this. Isn't this Romania? Isn't this where what's the name? What colors your Bugatti? Guys? I think this is Romania. What color is your Bugatti? I think it is Romania. Because I think I remember Andrew Tate, some video of him there. Could be absolutely wrong. Man, I'm absolutely wrong. This guy knows where... Ooh, this is looking India. This is looking Thailand. That person looks like he's Thai. This can be Indonesia, Myanmar. Can I get a sign? That looks very Indian. Or maybe it's my ignorance. Maybe they're Bangladeshi. But I think maybe close enough to Bangladesh, but also India. They're not completely South India, because southern people are very dark, apparently. Mongolia. It was Bangladesh. There we go, my guy. You know what? The guy doesn't know what Mongolia looks like. They're nomads. Nomads don't live in the jungle. Oof. This is... Oh, I always get this one wrong. If you told me this is Israel, I'll believe you. Let's go Jordan. It looks like they have olives. This looks like a place they have olive oil. That also could be Africa. This could be the Sahara. Damn. Man. Well. El Reyes de las... We don't say Spanish. Ooh. One is Centro Municipal de Juan Núñez. This could be. This isn't. Is it European enough? Man, Farmacia, La Cantina. This could be Europe. It could be. Ooh, let's not get. I think this is Spain. This could be Spain. If it's not Spain, it's like Argentina. Those tryhards. Nope. This is España. I think this is Spain. Ooh. He was just a little closer. Damn. This looks like Singapore automatically. Ooh, that white lady. Never mind. Viva. This is a Slav squad, for sure. Oh, no. This is Greek. This is Greek. Yeah, that's Greek. This is Hercules. Rainbird. Netgear. I think that's Greek. Northern Macedonia. Man. He's winning by like... Oh my goodness. When I see that tree... I automatically think olive oil, to be honest. Dinananzi. Yapanizar. Oh my goodness. This could be Turkey or this could be Italy. Whoa. Hold on. This is Turkey. Like, come at me. This is 1,000%. This is Turkey. Look at that. It's Turkey. Olive oil. I'm pretty sure they have olive oil in Turkey. Of course they have olive oil in Turkey. Yep. Look at that Turkish flag. How does he know the exact spot? Oh my goodness. Oh, well, it did say Nazili. This... Man, this is Call of Duty. What's the most deserty place that I know? Let's go right there, Iran. Ooh. Was it? This looks like Israel. I don't even have to guess. This is 1,000% Israel. You think I don't know? Land of the people? Of people who live there? Not gonna comment too much about that. I feel like this is a topic. This has to be Israel. If this is not Israel, I'll be pretty pissed. There we go. Get molested, boy. Damn. Boom. Boom. Man, dude, my hair's getting too long. I need a haircut. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna yeah. Let me why don't you watch some Ludwig? Well, I'll be right back. Watching Prawn? Oh. There we go.
Bass boosted YouTube shorts is what it sounds like, or TikToks
goes to some other one, and it's like you know, fucking Nile Red or some shit. It's like another one, and it's like random loud audio. Batman's last mistake in Gotham. As I turn out here, I'm so nervous because the audio, I can't even think. I cut it a little bit wide. I go back in. I almost fall here because I brake so much because I panicked about cutting it too far that I super gas it, but I was tense on the clutch, so it just makes a huge loud noise. And then I go, and I blurt out at the end, and then I stop. And I immediately rip off my helmet, and the lady walks over, and she's like, cut that last corner a little wide, but you're all set. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, go back to the window. You're all set. Like, am I good to get my license? She's like, yeah. She walks away. I walk back in, I celebrate with Michael, and he's like, yeah, let's go. And immediately I'm like, Michael, you happen to be watching something? And he's like,
So
he was watching YouTube shorts on his phone that somehow connected to the Bluetooth of my helmet while I was in the middle of the test.
there you go. There we go. There we go. We don't care about that. Do you know, honestly, this could be pretty cool. Gonna get DMCA'd. DMCA'd. No. Boom. Look at that. Dude. Man. Dude, I just need a haircut. But, you know what? Okay. So let's just call it a day. Thank you for everyone who stopped by for like 2 seconds. Didn't get a full view, but hey, man, it's okay. But thank you for coming. Please come again if anyone's missing you. Please support the channel. Leave a like, subscribe. Can't wait to see you next. Probably stream tomorrow, to be honest. Who knows? Let's see what's going on. Pokemon tournament coming soon. Be prepared for that. And Silent Library, both big events coming soon. I don't know when, but we are in the works to make that happen specifically. But